I believe we are live! Let's go! I live again! Hello, everyone! To those of you watching the VOD, or maybe even we're waiting on the stream. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I took a hot moment, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready, Freddy. Also, if you were wondering, my poll luck was awful, by the way. Awful, terrible, no good, very bad poll luck. I got Gregor by polling, and I had to push to 200 polls very strugglingly to get Hong Lu. I'm satisfied with what I got. I don't need all of them. I'm a happy person. I just wanted Hong Lu. I did not say his name properly first time. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I'm back. Hello. I'll be figuring out a real schedule. I'm moved in. I'm in a new house. I might sound a little echoey right now because there's no carpet in my room. My room's like really tall. Sorry. But yeah. Whoa. Big life transition happening to me right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've been dying to play this all week. I've heard very good things. I've heard very, very good things about this collab. Okay, so the Unknown Sea. Oh my god, what the hell? Excuse me? Excuse me. Well, I don't know why you're on this team, buddy. Stick fire force. I'm just gonna throw the hit everything until it dies team at this. I do not level up a lot of my Isang IDs. God damn it, I should change that soon. Well, you're not gonna work with this team. Maybe you'd be okay? Yeah, you'd be okay. Screw it, just delete you on there. Why not? I guess we're run and burn. Let's do it. Don't know why only a few of them are available. Why is this the last CG? Weird. Okay. Dante, I missed this freaking game. I missed this game so much. Dante. My guy. My dude. My they them. I was exploring a lobotomy corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. Sense of cognition, itself a concept without form, floats into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but so told us that Hongwan's lobotomy corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. What happened to them, by the way? Did they just take them out? Did they move them? What happened to the abnos? Hello? The abnormality, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than any we'd encountered so far on our journey, and deep blue. Blue star? Blue star? It was fathomlessly blue. It seemed to have a blue star? What? Did you see blue star? Blue star? Did you just run into a blue star and get obliterated? Hello? It was fathomlessly blue and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to be adrift? The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. I floated about in that strange state for a while. Day? An unfamiliar voice. Wabbit! An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimless, drifting consciousness. Are you Dante? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves. A concerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am. Ah, what a relief! Gregor, I think Dante has come too. So, who are... I was about to ask further questions to a stranger with particularly long animal-like ears, but... I felt the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. After an indeterminate amount of time had passed. Yay! Yippee! I barely managed to wake myself from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. The music goes hard. I like this. This is so cool. I'm so hyped. There's that stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock and silently taking in the sights. A young girl who'd probably saved my life. Wait, so were those animal ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out where in the world I ended up in. So where... We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia, huh? Yes, we're in Iberia. Well, given we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to Eucorp's Great Lake? Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that's all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. I see. Wait, my colleagues? You must have run into the sinners then. The fog of my mind immediately. Also, can you understand each other? Can you understand them? Hello? How can you understand them? Hello? I don't know anything about Arknights. I don't know what could be exploiting this. The fog in my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. This clock head does come in handy. Eef. Oh, hey guys. Manager bug. Give me a second. I just got some sucrose. Dante. I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of all this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Gregor, Hong Lao! Hong Lao! Oh, I love how happy he is this. How happy they are to see them. Fuck, sorry. I don't want to misgender my clock. Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and phew! I came as fast as I could, and oh boy, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Well, I do think I'm fine, though. I guess not having anyone to drink water's finally come in handy. Oh, that sucks. Ouch. You should go get that checked out just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? Dante opens their clock face. A bunch of water and some sea creatures just flop out. Oh, didn't know that was in there. Oh well. Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing. Oh, hey, welcome! Oh wait, I just realized my little avatar is in the way of chat. 1 second, let me just scooch that down a little bit. There we go. Hello, welcome! Welcome to the stream! Okay. Gregor takes a moment to study his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that lobotomy corporate branch Chichun told us about? Ah, yeah. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and... Oh, yeah. Oh, nah, it's chill. I was just hoping to pull anybody in. Like, I'm back from a bit of a break. I mean, I just truck on, you know? I appreciate you joining in, though. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality, and I got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Seriously, did they get sucked into Blue Star? What happened here? Is this Blue Star? Is this Blue Star world right now? I'm so confused. It's Arknights in Blue Star. Man, I really thought that was it for us, especially when you got sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to, Despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Oh, there was quite the mess when you realized that you'd gone missing. Yeah, that ought to have been pretty terrifying that your only lifeline was not with you. Oh yeah, I did. I got Gregor from Poles, and I had to pity for Honglu. I'm not planning on getting Faust. If I end up getting Faust by happenstance before the event ends, that would be cool, but I really just wanted Honglao. I wanted his ego really, really bad. Gregor's ego seems cool too. I just don't know how to make it work. Yeah, I heard that it was really OP. I just need to figure out how it works. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at Eucorp's Great Lake. Some of us consider that to be a distinct possibility, but it is unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we were not in District 21. Yeah, Ishmael's certain that that's the case. So you just activate his ego and then he stacks when he gets to 40 stacks. Oh. Oh, okay. So how does the stacks work? Do you like just keep like doing stuff and then you activate the ego again? Oh, okay. Yeah, understood. Yeah, I'll give it a go when I'm running it again. Whenever I'm running it again, because like I just didn't understand how it worked. So like a bit of a wind up attack thing. Pretty cool. Yeah. If I end up getting her too, that would be pretty cool. I just don't know if I will end up pulling her because like the pull rate has been rough on me. I don't know what was up. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said. Rabbit-eared lady? This looks like a child. This is a baby. Look at her. Isn't this character a minor? I'm pretty sure this character is a minor. Isn't she? Because I don't know anything about Arknights, I'm pretty sure. But like, I just remember reading something about her being 14 or something. Whatever. Either way, like that is not a woman. Yeah, I want to get Gregor to doing like one getting. Yeah, yeah. Pulls were just rough on me. I guess it's because I was actually trying to pull, and that was why it felt so rough. Because like I normally don't pull as fervently as I did now, and I only did so now because like these were true limited. So I wanted to give it a go. I'm like a mostly free to play player, like. I tossed in a bit for, like, a ticket pack, but that's it. Okay, the outskirts region of the Great Lake. I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to the Iberian Sea that way. Terra? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. So, speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? Yeah, like every other whelp, you can shard them. Yeah, that's right. You can shard the previous whelps. Which, thank God. I think I would be upset if those were true limited too. Ah, okay. See you, mate. Have a good one. Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? It's just that it's all just a lot to take in. It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She is... actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? I'm Amaya, the leader of Rhodes Island. Please, just call me Amaya. I'm Dante, manager of Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my fake. Yeah, the line! They said the line! Let's go! It seems that this rodeo Gregor! That's not the name! It seems that this Rodeo Island is a pretty big pharmaceutical corporation, but Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with a mild trepidation. This young lady with the rabbit ears doesn't know what the head is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least not with a name like the Head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo. Sorry, Gregor's kind of bad with names. That's crazy. So, what are you saying? So what you're saying is we're not in the city anymore. It'd be weird for any higher-ups that these whole huge corporations know less about the Head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it. Well, maybe we've tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts or the ruins. Probably. Or maybe we found ourselves in a completely different world. Hong Lao, you're such a smart guy. You're coolio as hell. If the conjecture is correct, we're in a way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts via a door in the corridor. Amaya stared at me with some concern as though she felt my distress. I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Yes, recently, anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. It's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant, to something that we've never observed before, so it seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is how we managed to cross over to this world. I really would have appreciated false input. Where'd all the other sitters go, anyway? A bit late on the uptake to be gawking around for the other sitters now, don't you think? They're at a settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone when we're like fish out of water too. Man, barely even got a wink of sleep since yesterday. How long was Dante asleep? Everyone's got to be really tired then. So it's just you, the two of you out here. No, Ishmael and Yisang are on the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. Let's be searching elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud. Phew. We got the news early thanks to Amaya's comms gear, but the other team didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have a way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search until their shift is done. Oh, are you talking about that village you mentioned earlier? Uh-huh, right? You've not been there yet, huh? Guess it's a bit off the beaten path. Well, we're gonna have to rendezvous with the other students anyway, so let's head to the village for now. Something seemed to pique Amaya's interest as he fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there. Sure, I don't see why not. You helped us find Manager Bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. Haha. I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influences from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission. Closed borders, huh? Then how'd you get in, Miss Maya? We followed Dr. Oh god. Dr. Calceats? Dr. Calceats? I pray I am pronouncing that correctly. If I am not, I am very sorry. Directions and illegally cross the country border. You're illegal! Illegally? Oh, does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amaya? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimensional door came to be. Is it normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Yes, Rhodes Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with oripathy. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. Really? Okay. High-risk areas, huh? Wait, what about your companions? I doubt you came all the way here on your own. That's, we were forced to split up to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop! Amaya's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surrounding area. Then, there! As we stood about confused, Amaya, noticing something, pointed toward the seashore hidden behind large and cragged Rock formations. Goodness gracious, I cannot speak. What are you supposed to... Huh? Oh, hello. And we saw someone wielding a lengthy greatsword. Bickering with two familiar faces. Hi! Hi! Hello! Hi! Again, move. You're in the way. Needn't worry as much as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like that. Listen, I'm not worried. Come on, better to have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we've got a lot of questions to ask. Isang! Ishmael! Dante, you're unharmed. And here I was, getting ready for a 3 days long search. What a relief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you. We managed to find them thanks to help from Miss Amaya here. Amaya? Are you two acquainted? Not a good time for a reunion. It can wait until after we take out these sea monsters. Scotty, are those organisms the seaborn Dr. Calcite mentioned? They're sea terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated ones amongst them. They're probably here for me. Sea terrors. Ew, that's a gross noise. I hear the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. And I turn to face the origin of the... Sorry, I got a pink. When I turn to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smell the heavy, wet scent of brine. Whoa! Hey! Oh, hey, you're the little guys from the trailer. Cute. Hi, guys. You're so adorable. You're gonna kill us, though, so that's not good. That's not good at all. Anyway, at the end of my gaze awaits strange monsters, unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I'd ever seen. It is as though the sea itself is encroaching on the land. I was almost certain we weren't at the Great Lake, but I'm not so sure anyway. Yep, this is probably some shit that she's seen before. Well, like, not this specifically, but yeah. Her experiences with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood. As Ishmael seemed to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. I'd say the closest comparison I could make is the whales, but even that's not conclusive. Huh. More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them, though. So, let's take him out. Japanese! Japanese!
순식간에 끝내줘.
Okay, kill them. Beat their asses. Obliterate them. Okay, so they're sinking. Like, lots of sinking. I see. They're sinking critters.
순식간에 끝내줘.
Kick their ass. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. Rap, 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 rap. Okay. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Beat their asses! Beat their asses!
끝내. 전수하리.
ドクターのように優れた式ですね。
제가 묻었네요.
Kill them!
ダンテさん、とても効果的でした。
순식간에 끝내줘.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
전부 불타버렸나?
끝내 타오르시게.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, that's not the normal noise. That scared me. Ooh, that was weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to that. All remaining enemies have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone. Phew, didn't think I'd have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You could say that again. It would have taken us the whole day if that Scotty character didn't occupy the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. As we were catching our breath after the battle, I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scotty glaring at me with a palpable alarm. Strange people who transform in a head of clock? I guess they're both technically true. Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess? I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, so they all can't understand. So just you. Why you, then? Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh? What's up? No, I'm just wondering how Miss Amaya can seemingly understand Dante. Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, it completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know. It's almost like you can sense what they're trying to say. What kind of emotion they're trying to convey. Is this like do you have empathy powers or something? Is this like an empathy wavelength thing? Is that how Dante's voice sounds? Oh, hey. Hello, Carmen. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Welcome. Your explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Amaya that I felt from them. So she can read me kind of like how Virgilius can, I guess? Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's been a bit of a hassle to always need Faust or Hung Lao to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anything. Sorry, blah 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 blah. I cannot speak. Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'll help us find our way back. I'm glad to be working with you two also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Iseng. Took the words right out of my mouth. You already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on it ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea, as long as we have a clock with us. I do know that's not very far, though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. Scotty quietly points in my direction. There's a clock right there. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not on time. That's crazy. Then why the clock head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. Well, you did kinda, I guess, but not you per se, I suppose. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive eyes, which are quite solidly fixed on my head. She has such little kitty cat girl energy. It's kind of The coasts of Iberia are hardly good places for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive in places that meet the ocean. So how did people manage to build a village at a place like this? These monsters are called seaborns, or sea terrors, yes? While it is true that they pose certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge. I cannot speak. Don't judge them based on that brief skirmish. She's just telling us to be on our guard, right? Scotty can be a bit curt, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quietly quickened my pace as we walked to the village.
의뢰비랑 보호수당에서 사용한 탄환값을 빼면
Yo, what is this theme?
오늘은 제사비로
와.
손해를 메울 필요가 없네요.
Oh yeah, I should probably equip the ego so I can get bonus rewards. That's right. I completely neglected to do that. Oh, I'm getting frame drops. Oh dear. Okay, I don't know why that's happening. Okay, well it fixed itself. Whatever. It hardly looks like a village. It's more like the ruins of one, isn't it? It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. It's not in a while, at least. They're really here, living together. The strange buildings tell the stories of former prosperity from a bygone era. Our steps leave no footprints on the wet and muddy ground. I only see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Muerto. Faro Muerto. There you go. Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long, silent abandonment. I don't see these kinds of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate, be it a syndicate or a corporation, and fix it up. Better than this, at least. So where are the sinners? Ah, there's a clearing down there where... We were entrapped betwixt... God damn it! Don Quixote dialogue jump scare. Okay, bear with me. I'm not good with reading it, but I'll do my best. We were entrapped betwixt a twain of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail. Ooh! And that is when young Ishmael boomed, her command most resonant. Say no more. I didn't even have to try to search for that. That unmistakably sonorous and familiar voice echoing triumphantly through the empty buildings. I love you, Don. That's Don Quixote's voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on stage, regaling a group of people in rags with tales of our adventures like a traveling thespian. God bless. Answer ye dogs, oarsmen! 'Tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate... Sorry. Oh my god. Excuse me. 'Tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate of Vestal Mephistopheles shall now be... Ah! Stop. Hold on. Just what do you think you're doing? Young Ishmael, unhand my mouth, for I was about to regale them with the most fantastic tale of adventures at the Green Lake. Was she just recounting Gandalf? Don Quixote, you can't just talk about a crash out session like that. That's so fucked up. Magic Esquire! Verily, thou hast returned with Magic Esquire safely in tow. What? They found Clockhead? A burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary Sarkaz with the flaming head. Yo, these people look like they are starving. Damn. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? I don't know Arknight stuff, I don't know what the significance of that is. While their exterior may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there's no cause for alarm. They're just a dork. They're just a big old dork, despite their aura farming ass appearance. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante, our manager, and the rest are... Oh, hello. I'm sorry, who are you two? You're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. This is Miss Amaya, leader of Rhodes Island. Sorry, it is really dusty where I am right now. So if I start like sneezing or coughing, my bad. And this is Miss Gotti, their operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while. Eh? With us? We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia. As Amaya was bringing the sinners up to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. In our conversation, we managed to convince them that we're not a threat. I sure hope so. You are friends of our saviors. Saviors? Verily, 'tis quite the grand title, yet that is indeed the word by which we addressed. To be more precise, by saviors, they're referring only to Faust and Otis. Sorry, blah blah blah. Okay. Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell that her lips were drawing a very, very smiling arc. You're so cute. So, I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh no, what do we do after all we went through to get here? Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Oh, hi! Oh my gosh, I'm getting a lot of Project Moon characters in my chat today. Welcome. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They're all old curmudgeons. Let's STNC, then PTSD. Jesus Christ, Ryoshu. You can't do that, Ryoshu. You can't pillage your storaged up depots. It looks like they already have it hard enough as it is. I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Should we just find help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Perhaps we could inquire as to our whereabouts ere we are to decide our lodging. Wow, the landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corps. But I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this, though I can't say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can't have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company. We're fixers of justice. Let's go. Yeah, that. Fixers of Oi, don't you know when to keep it down? Fixers. That over there, it's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief. This does not concern you. It's not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious, I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run the tests to rule out any stability issues? Seems to power the heat exchange. Yo! Is this what they mean by their saviors? Yo, do they help fix their shit? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts of this, Miss Faust? The general design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts to this design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. Huh! You identified all that by merely glancing at this blueprint. You must be the village chief, then? If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting them in their ship repair, we are promised a ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps by going out to sea, we might be able to find a way to return to whence we came. So you can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch. A hunch? Sensing the implicit omen of their choice of words, I slowly turned around to look at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response. Really? They're gonna mention that here? Bro, the new players are gonna be really confused, but oh well. If we're really in a different world, then even her Giselle shaft has to be. These new players aren't gonna have the theory crafting that we had at launch, I'm telling you right now. Like, this was being speculated upon within the first, like, 3 cantos, I think. They're not gonna have our experience that's lost the tides. No issues were encountered in the repair process. Faust smiles faintly as she looked around, and then she pulls me in by my hems. She whispers in a low voice, "My connection to the Giselle shaft is currently operating at a suboptimal level, Dante." So it's still connected at least? Indeed, it is. However, even exchanges of simple information are taking up to dozens of hours by the current calculations. Okay, so it still works. She's just on dial-up internet speeds. Okay. Is this a warp train situation because we're in a different dimension? The cost should be identical. We have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Faust is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to close this time, unlike the situation back aboard the warp train. So to get back to where we came from, indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. And from that, you came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to sea? Yes, well, I am also a genius after all. Maya conjectured that we probably came through a dimensional door of sorts. Looks like that dimensional door might be what Faust is looking for. With high likelihood, yes. At least there's a way back. I'm still calming down a little. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think you can wrap up the repair job? As for fortune should have it, a majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals. It shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get its core parts ship-shape again, Executive Manager. We'll be staying here a few more days, then. How did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got a proper night's rest. Y'all are raggedy and tired. Oh my gosh, you poor souls. Still, we weren't cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with that local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Ah, looks like a sack to collect water. Give it here. I know how to get that installed. It must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Otis's efforts at repairing your ship, yet the service they provide us is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. Y'all are used to city transactions. I'm so sorry. You're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread. Rhodia, Rhodia, how much food do you have on you, ma'am? Some cookies and bread Rhodia keeps in her pockets. How deep are those pockets, ma'am? Didn't want to eat up into their food supply when we're already pretty tight, you know? She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? They did offer some nosh, those dried fish things, but we refused. I ain't taking food from the needy. No need to concern yourself so much with our hospitality. We have done more than enough to earn your keep. I turned around to look towards that low, rumbling voice and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish itself among the other villagers. There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay the night? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity, at the very least. There's an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself. Hey, speaking for yourself, I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday. Bro, where have you been sleeping? Have you just been... Well, you haven't really been sleeping at all, I guess. I guess you've only been having, like, a short nap or something. Awful. Terrible. I'm so sorry. You'll catch a cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me for the rest of you. We can't afford to have the executive manager or honored guests suffer that fate. Otis, I'm gonna kick you down a flight of stairs. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not actually gonna do that to her. Don't say stuff like that. Honored guests? I heard what happened from the 4 who left in search of the executive manager. First, I would like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude to you for finding and rescuing the executive manager. Girl, you're kissing up to a total stranger now. Interesting. Interesting. I hear that you are a leader at a pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly... Stop doing the face, Otis. Stop it. Cut it out. Please stop. Stop doing that. Stop it. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged. I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they're standing right there. Can I stay in your village too, Chief? The village chief took a brief glance at the hem of her right wrist, and then nodded. Looked at Faro Muerto. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. And please, do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supply may be tight indeed, but we have enough to share with those who helped repair the vessel. Ooh, you better not go back on your word later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies await. Dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief. What is it? Just how are you surviving out here by the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving may be somewhat misdirected. For we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive. The chief responded to Scotty's perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. Huh? You're going somewhere at this hour? Yeah. Yeah. Also, hey, welcome. Scotty, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we got to the village. Something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Dante wants to know if this has something to do with the coast? Do you understand the Aegir language? Aegir language? No. Dante, Scotty just spoke in Aegirian. Aegirian, blah blah blah. Aegirian. I couldn't understand a word of Scotty and the Chief's conversation because I don't speak Aegirian. What? What? Wait. Oh. Okay. Okay, so they were speaking to each other. Okay. May only be that there were enough Really? Really? It may only be that there were enough lexical similarity between one of the city's languages and the language Scotty spoke for them to comprehend the meeting. Weird coincidence. Anyway, I have things to look into. Something you're all too slow to see. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember you're not on a solo mission, Scotty. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island. Will do. Scotty nodded lightly before leaping off into the night, out of our sights. Oh, goodbye. I'm kinda worried. She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. She reads like a kitty girl. Kitty cat. That brings back a dead fish or something. I don't know, man. Ah, should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already. Oh, yeah, we can probably just pick up an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into a nearby unoccupied building. Okay, yeah, I'm having fun so far. Like, I don't know nothing about Arknights. I don't know, not a single thing about it. Oh shit, am I on hard? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, that's alright. I'll stay on hard, why not? We walked past a few narrow buildings and remnants of narrow buildings. What? A few narrow buildings and remnants of narrow buildings. That's a weird sentence. Okay, before we came across a large hall enough to house all 15 or so of us. Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains of the window removed, the smoke now has an exit. Oh, I thought we were doomed to shudder ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that'd work. We just have to get a small fire going underneath it until the wood dries up and catches fire, the downside being all this smoke. It's clear that she has some field experience, unlike some fools I know. I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. Bequeath upon me thine ingredients, young Rodion, for I shall conjure thee a pot of special fixer soup. That sounds very concerning of a dish. You're making soup with that's a really concerning dish. You're making soup with cookies and jelly? No! 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 You're not getting anywhere near the kitchen again, not after what you cooked up last time. Well, of course you. Of course you. You somehow have the dietary resilience of a Victorian child and a World War I vet. Insane. Well, I must admit to a certain level of interest. As many of our fellows' viscera are oft racked with intense agony upon ingesting dishes of your making, perhaps it would be wiser that we save the occasion for a safer environment. Oh my god, how often have everyone... Dude, is Dawn's cooking so bad that it's just traumatizing? Dear God, that's horrible. Is she that bad at cooking? I mean, to be fair, I don't think she's needed to cook very often, so oh well. Right, don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Mararodi if we were ever in a situation like this, remember? Did we? See, I think it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Remember, back during last year's cooking contest at Game Corp, they were the only two people who managed to get remotely positive reviews. Oh, does that mean we get to try Otis's cooking again? Oh, he wants it. He wants it. Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something so inefficient. I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic given the circumstances. It can't be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment. Well, we were all quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar places. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach your colleagues, Amaya? She shook her head, concerned. They might have lost their comm devices. Or maybe they've run into some other trouble. Could they be in danger? I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. The doctor, Dr. Kasid, they're both more than capable enough to look after themselves. Long have this curiosity lingered within me, thus allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet the activities of your corporation resemble those of charity organizations as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Is there aught that might explicate this blurred distinction? God damn it. I wanted to know too. Y'all just all city brained. Y'all got the fucked up dystopian environment on your head, on your skulls. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhode Island is helping people? Something about what Hung Lao said brings back unpleasant memories. The horrible experience seen through the cascade of flowing tears in the face of suffering, the embodiment of greed that left a terrible wound in Hung Lao's fathoms. The pharmaceutical companies I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite possessing the capacity to heal, chose to obsess over the profit it can provide. Health insurance, the American health insurance companies. Sorry. There are many in Terra who are suffering from a disease. This disease crystallizes you, it spreads deeper and deeper into the infected's internal organs, eventually culminating in their death. It's called oropathy. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to click. Sorry. Amaya showed me the back of her right hand, dotted in what appeared to be obsidian crystallizations. Its appearance reminded me of the biotreatments for the back streets. But there was something more to it, something more restless, more sinister. Oh, hold on one second. I'm getting a call, but I can't answer. I can't answer it right now. Let me just send a message. Back. Sorry about that. I don't want to just pause the stream for Yeah, I have relatives calling me, checking up on me and stuff, but it's okay. They can wait till after this stream. It's chill. Its appearance reminded me of something more restless, more sinister. Okay. It's a terrible, painful disease, but there hasn't been any recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable, deadly disease? While it varies region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra. Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment. Isang began with a dark expression. Some are quarantined in places with terrible inhumane conditions, and there have been massacres too. I don't mean to be callous, but is this oropathy highly contagious? No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact, as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, the crystal growths on their body decay and turn to dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague. Oh, gross. Then, barring environments like active battlefields where casualties would be expected, staying within proximity of the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is. When people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Oh, poor Gregor, I'm so sorry. And Rhode Island's goal has to be, yes, it's important to develop a cure for oropathy, but I think what really matters is we change the circumstances for the better for the infected. That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though that is what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Amaya. I really do. I bless you, Hung Lao. Bless you. You're just a sweet boy. For truth. The city, this world, we both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we? What kind of world did you come from? This city? What kind of place is the city, anyway? What kind of place with too many pointless rules? Kind of place where the moment you think, isn't this too much? You see something even worse. Try as I might. Why is this one of the CG? Holy shit! Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. The center seemed to be in agreement, as most of what came after was quite scathing. Kind of place where good deeds rarely ever go unpunished. Where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place full of absurdities. Absurdities and omnipresence. Absurd man. Absurdity man. Absurdity man. I read your book, sir. I need to read it again before your conto comes out, but I read your book, sir. Staring. Therefore, it's not a subject by which one should be aggrieved. We can at least grasp about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing we can do. It would be more correct to experience more and acclimatize. Sorry, it would be more correct to experience more and acclimatize oneself to it instead of complaining. Well, maybe you should complain. Maybe you should be getting upset about how things work. Maybe you should make a fuss. We did sense something like that last time. Just as the mood was starting to turn rather sour, Don Quixote's shout shattered through the awkwardness. Verily, nary a day goeth by untarnished by villains of their fell deeds. Oh, I'm like getting... it's getting my throat or something. Yeah, it's just hella dusty. Yeah, no one lived in this apartment for a while. So, I think just the AC being on is like kicking up some dust. Yet worry thee not, for where evil riseth, so doth fixtures of justice too. Don Quixote jumped from her seat and passionately shook her fist, which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down. Don Quixote, watch out! Whoa! Oh, hello. And from behind the wall, she accidentally broke down. How the hell did you do that? Oh wait, no, I think she was leaning against the wall. Okay, and from behind the wall, she accidentally broke down. An unfamiliar visage of a villager appeared and stared back at Don Quixote. It appeared she was eating something out of a can while you're eating a book. How farest thou? Farest thy foot? You gotta apologize first. Oh, she punched the wall? Did she punch the wall and just destroy it by accident? God damn it, you could have brought the whole building down on everybody. Last seemed a bit too high, last seemed a tad too hyper today. Apologies, for I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease. Art thou unhurt? Any injuries? Two? Pray tell? To what? Forget the apology. I just want to know what happens next. The fixers of justice rose up to do what? Oh, she was listening. Oh! Hast thou come to hear the tales of... hast thou come to me to hear the tale of fixers? I don't know about coming to us, given how Miss Don Quixote was the one who punched the wall down. She could have been listening to it through the wall. Ahem. Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, not at all. 'Tis quite early for an hour for tales, in fact. Prithee, seat thyself here. You ungovernable fool. Calm down. We don't even know who she is. Don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in the corner to not disturb our sleep. Thou makest a request most untenable. These tales deserve to be announced to the world with great gusto from the center. Yeah, that's the best way to hear this kind of stories, but we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first. Name's Mares. How should I put this? I heard very good things about you. I'm very excited to hear about you. How should I put this? Did you meet the village chief earlier during the day? He's my gramps. Oh, you're related. Okay. Oh, that nice guy? So he had a granddaughter. Yet I have not seen you once, Miss Mares, under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dried of any young blood. Like Grody said, while we didn't see Mares out there wasn't anyone else in the village we could comfortably call young. I mean, they're all starving and in rough shape, so I mean, she's surprisingly clean, despite everything. You're telling me, Gramps is worrying over nothing and told me to stay put aside. Going on and on about the dangers that the outsiders pose and everything. Seems that they do not give full faith to their saviors. There are things you cannot share even with whom you trust with your life, though I would like to know why. My, so there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village? No, there's not anyone around my age in this village at all. If that's the case, I guess I can understand why he'd be overprotective. Anyways, it's our turn. I'm good. I heard enough to get an idea. You did? Oh, pray, how didst thou hear us? By a listening device, most secret upon our chamber, or maybe the fact that the building's crackling and falling apart and there's like no soundproofing? Mary tapped the side of the wall, the part that was still standing anyway, and smiled ironically. Bad soundproof. Yeah, you know what? I was kidding, but that was just the case. Okay. Bad soundproofing. I can hear pretty much everything Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day. Verily, I see. I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once. Well, I guess that's good enough for self-introductions, so... Care to regale me with those tales... with the tale of fixers who bring justice to the evils of the city? Indubitably. Then, this shall do. I shall regale thee with the tale in which the legendary fixer, the Arch-Magnificence herself, the Red Mist... Yo, the Red Mist! It's not the Red Mist! Okay, I'm not gonna be obnoxious about it. Okay, I suppose that killed any hope for a good night's skip. But, don't you usually pass out within a minute of your back hitting the pane, no matter how noisy things are? What? Do you take me for some kind of hibernating bear or something? Bear cliff, bear man. Or something? Look, even I have trouble sleeping when there's noise all over. Yeah. Bro passed out. Damn, like a light. Just down. I'd say bear in hibernation is a pretty apt descriptor. All that grumbling and moaning, he dozed off before any of us did. Aside from Heathcliff, he began snoring the moment his head touched the ground. Some other sinners were fast asleep as well. Ursula had entered sleep in his usual steadfast adherence to the routine. While Faust laid claim to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. The sinners, who had spent the entire last night searching for me in this unfamiliar land, slowly began to fall asleep as well. Was mentioned, yeah, no, she was mentioned before, but like not like directly. I think before, like when they were discussing like how mirror world identities worked, she was brought up like a theoretical of Don Quixote having a red mist ID. But like I think this is the first time that a story about her was mentioned. So there is that. But, you know, like, at the same time, Callie sure did just up and disappear about a decade ago, so her not being immediately relevant makes sense, I guess. Meanwhile, the fixer of the Zwei Association's first section... Through the night, though the night was no longer young, Don Quixote was still vigorously sharing the tales of adventures without even a single sign of fatigue. Holy shit, this girl could yap about fixtures until, like, the sun rose and then sank again. Goodness. She's not the term that is until sunrise, is she? Oh, I guess it's okay, since Mare seems to be having fun. As I continued to watch the pair with some mild concern, Amaya, not yet asleep, approached me. This city Miss Don Quixote speaks of seems to be teeming with fixtures of justice and exhilarating tales of adventures. Do you actually experience all of them yourselves? No, of course not. Don Quixote's stories are usually those of other famous people. But she's telling it with such vigor that it almost sounds like she was there herself. No, I guess if you really want to get into it, something might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences. Ishmael replied uncertainly, thinking back to the plays we were made to watch back in La Mancha Land. Well, I think all those stories, even though they were only partially true, just goes to show what a ridiculous place it can be. We wouldn't need fixers of justice to begin with if we lived in that just world, right? A really good place to live would be quiet and peaceful without someone having to force it. Haha, that's true. I hope there will come a day when Rhodes Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future. Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mayers and I made eye contact. Did she overhear a conversation? I looked over to her direction as well. Also, Mira's excitedly reacting to Don Quixote's tales. Whoa! What happened then? Thus spake Lady Otis, boldly before the soldiers who stood in our path. Thou presumeth to stand in our path, service of a master most unworthy? I, Otis, shall educate ye on how to better maketh. Don Quixote was now retelling the stories of Limbus Company's adventures in Hung Yuan, and Otis, who could no longer stand Don Quixote's unintentional alterations of the story, jumped to her feet and shouted, "Damn it, what kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that. She's just embarrassed. She's just embarrassed." Ahem, verily, certain aspects of this retelling may have been exaggerated. That's tales of adventures for you. Things are bound to get a bit dry when the story is told too realistically and as is, right? Excuse me. You know, nothing, not even anything resembling a proper record or book remained once the profound silence swept through this village. I don't know what that is. It's probably an Arknights thing. I might entertain an Arknights playthrough, like, if I feel up to it. So I've always had this craving for these kinds of stories. But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from emigrating, contrary to their tight immigration control. Have you ever thought about leaving this place? It's still a challenge across the border, especially since we're gonna have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition. You don't seem particularly fond of this Inquisition. Why is that? That's because this village was formed by people who grew tired of living under the Inquisition's rule and fled. Don't know who those guys are. Sorry, but what kind of organization is this Inquisition? Sinclair asked, face turning cold upon hearing the word Inquisition. Ooh. Oh yeah, Inquisition. Ooh. Oh, boys got trauma. Boys got trauma. Yeah, that Nagel and hammer we saw back at Cowl aren't the kind of memories that are so easily forgotten. Yeah, I think those are the type of experiences that get painted into your goddamn frontal cortex. Damn. Ugh. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, I just had to check something. Okay, according to Dr. Cassi, the Inquisition is what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos. Its inquisitors are the rapier and lamp-wielding protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness. That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though. Yeah, they are, but here's the Church of the Deep. The Inquisition will go to whatever lengths to deal with the incidents related to the church that worships Seaborns. Phew, an organization that worships those monsters? Seems that cultish fanaticism is a plague wherever we go. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faiths and beliefs are so common. See, the Seaborns are the ones that messed Iberia up, so following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them. Are you saying Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns? Grabs your clavicles cutely. Welcome to the stream. The real Sancho. Those things from earlier, I guess they were kind of troublesome to deal with, but they didn't seem that strong. Anyway, it's just what I heard from Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. For those who proclaim to be on the side of justice, they seem quite fond of committing such villainy. Mine interests help you fulfill. Okay. It seems like a reasonable policy decision to me. But it must pose a clear danger to the daily lives of civilians. Gah. Why did I say the wrong word? Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor. Everyone in my family died. You know, I had to endure such a long period of pain. Be able to say something like that with such composure. For Iberia, they are the heroes who bring the land back to its glory days. But to Gramps, they were just oppressors making his life difficult. That's why we all come here. Hanging from the Inquisition's gaze. Yet, wherefore hast thou decided to settle at a place that is so, run down? Indeed. Yeah, I know. But it's not so bad once you get used to it. Besides, you managed to find a new path thanks to you guys. A new path? Well, it's getting late. Will you be repairing the ship tomorrow, too? This place really has no soundproofing at all, huh? Good talk, everyone. Hope we get another chance to do this tomorrow, too. After seeing mirrors to our own room, the other sinners who were still up anyway, and I laid ourselves on the hard stone floor with only a thin layer of cloth between it and our backs. That's a shaboing boing? I don't know what you mean by that, but... A mysterious world that is neither the city nor the outskirts. But it seems that the lives of its people were just as difficult as they were anywhere else. Okay, well, this is a battle. Oh god, okay, I have to actually team.
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
Oh. Of course, now enemy info. Wahoo! Yippee! Okay, well, I might as well... Hold on. Edit. Stick that on you. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Got that one now. I guess I'll also deploy Gregor too, so let's see how I have his ego as well. Yep. Good. Well, that's not that kind of stream. we just chilling here.
지위를 받는 건 오랜만이네요.
Oh, did I do selected by accident? Oh, I'm a dipshit. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got the ego, I got it. Okie doke.
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
시험해볼 기회구려. 연료는 잔뜩 준비해뒀지.
함께하죠.
준비되었습니다.
자, 해골 바가지랑 거미 대가리. 후디려 패러 간다.
Do I have that ego? Yeah, that's right. I do have that. True.
의뢰인가요?
I've been very on and off with
준비되었습니다.
my playing recently, so I'm a little
자,
off kilter with leveling my shit.
준비는 항상 되어 있습니다.
There we go. Whatever. Just head in.
해파. 누굴 팰지 내가 정한다.
It's so big. Amazing. I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Hey, she's in the back. She's in the backup order. Not. She'll come out eventually. Amazing. I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Ah, ISP, her name here. 'Tis called by the name of Oh, is that where the name of the thing is coming from? Okay. Rebellion de la Masas. Rebellion de la Masas. Revolt of the Masses, is it? A name very much mired in peculiarity, indeed. Hung Long chimed in, now that he was rather that he was rather fond of it. Well, I'll tell you right now, I heard certain points of this little collab story get rough, so you'll probably see some deaths. Oh wait, yeah, Heathcliff switches. eventually singer. Hong Lao chimed in that he was rather fond of it, with its size being about the same as the boat from his home, while Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct us that its size alone wasn't anything special at the Great Lake, but... I mean, yeah, we've literally seen bigger boats. It was still pretty big compared to Mephi or the Indigo Elder's skiff. I thought it was going to be somewhere around Mephi's size at most. Are you sure you can get this ship fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of the time-consuming repairs had already been completed by the villagers. The extent of our repair efforts only concerns a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Well, it's a good thing we got freaking engineers and freaking war veterans on the team, I guess. Cool. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to the Faust are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite Otis's confident declaration, I could not help but feel oddly unsettled as I looked at the ship. I don't know why, but something tells me that we don't want to linger here for too long. Still, please be thorough about it, just in case. I'd rather not sit on a sinking ship again. The experience at the Great Lake was nuts. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephistopheles, fuck! Most functions of this vessel, buoyancy gear, propellers, steering gear, are all in operational capacity. This repair would be much easier than the case with Mephistopheles. They seem confident enough. It should be safe this time around, right? Are we taking that rope to guide up, to climb up to the ship? No, there's a lift-like apparatus down here. It should take us up to the ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Let's board the lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think it'll be sinking anytime soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, I realized it was her talking. Whoopsie. Whatever. I didn't mean to do such a low voice. Wouldn't that be nice? Oi, are you two just gonna faff about down here? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. As I made my way into the vessel's bridge, I was greeted by the extravagant exterior that was as gaudy as its exterior. Interior, fuck. Ugh. This isn't real gold, is it? Sure is shiny as heck in here. I've got butterflies in my stomach. Yes. Aesthetically satisfying, she says. Oh, even she thinks it's pretty. Cool. But too ostentatious. Sorry, too ostentatious. Not quite my style. Our young Mephi is also quite the excellent vessel, yet imagine the adventures we could embark on aboard this vessel most lavishly decorated. We haven't seen Mephi in a while. I miss the buzz. Bring them back. Bring all three of them back. As Faust and Otis were working on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked up to another and interfaced with it before giving a knowing nod. This must be an investigative or research vessel of sorts, but it does seem a bit extravagant for one of those, though. Look, coordinates. Updating real time, it seems. The coordinates seem to have been sent to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a small islet? Nope, no islet there. What? Blimey, lass, you sure know how to sneak up on people. Jump scare. There's... What? Did I actually surprise you? I did ask if you guys were gonna come fix the boat today. Still, I didn't know you'd be here. How are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undersea cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Aegir. Grandpa's home. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair this ship was sufficient to earn the trust and the title of Saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translating. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and the statements from the village chief alongside information garnered from the exchange with mayors, it's possible to gauge the significance this ship's repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that pose a certain challenge for Heathcliff to comprehend. I'm flicking you, Floss. Shut up. To employ any degree of effort to attempt to explain it in a more digestible language would constitute a pursuit of an efficiency. Shut up, Floss. You're so rude. He's so rude. Lower the baton, I implore you. I shall explain it in full. Holy shit. He was about to bash her skull in himself. I was wondering when Miss Smartarse would start gabbing at me like that again. So what's she on about? Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It didn't seem like he was actually going to swing the bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulders with a sigh. Falls from a floating tar. Hello! A brief observation of the village seemed to suggest that I can't speak. Suggest that their subsistence situation was quite dire, as much of their daily sustenance consisted of dried food, most of them made for long-term storage purposes. Welcome. Sorry, 1 second, I'm just checking something. Yeah, I'm just making sure the stream looks okay on your guys' end. Cool. Considering what Scotty said about how the coastal areas are full of danger, maybe those dried seafood aren't from around here either. Maybe it's true they packed from when they first came to Faro Muerto? Some villagers were armed, yeah, and those sea terrors weren't exactly that formidable, but given the state the villagers are in, I doubt they have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed, and that brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. The lass and their granddad are about to visit their hometown, and they're trying to get some food supplies from there to feed the villagers, and to convince them, they're planning to use the fact they're from the same neck of the woods, or sea, I guess. Oh, so we're not just repairing their ship, they're repairing their food supply plan too. Huh? Well, what's wrong? It's, the expressions were rather crude. Heathcliff's summary of the situation was clear, to the point, and easily understood. The senior stared at him with mild surprise. And I did too. What's with them annoying looks? Wait, oh, you sods. You don't think I'm that dim-witted, do you? Do you? Top-notch intuition. It's just that it's been a while since you've shown this side of yourself. Thinking back, Heathcliff's intuition has always been excellent, and he'd often put together surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speed. You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for I've been too soft on you lately, huh? Sorry, I've been too soft on you lately, haven't I? Oi, get back here! Ahem. Now, with those fools out of the conversation, was he correct? Otis looked away from the usual chaos. Ugh. Chaos? Otis looked away from the usual chaos and asked Mares. Honestly, I'm surprised. He was on point. Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the Aegir, well, I'm sure they'll welcome us with open arms. I don't want to come off like I'm overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others too? Unlike Mares or Chief, they're not Aegir. I believe they will. Aegir, is it Aegir or Aegir? I'm trying. I'll probably touch Arknights, maybe give it a little poke when my schedule smoothens out some. It seems interesting. Iberia suspects and hates the Aegir for no reason other than we're from the sea, but our home cannot have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. Prithee, might thou explain to us who the Aegir are? I had initially thought it to be a reference to a region, yet it almost seems to refer to an affiliation of sorts. Excuse me. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers, though I don't think I've heard of a nest that accepts backstreets people with open arms. Or maybe they used to be some rich folk. They call them nest dwarfs Aegir here. Then does that make them rabbit-eared? Then does that make the rabbit-eared lass Aegir too? Wait. In the world you came from, do they not distinguish between races? That's not entirely true. Sorry, that's not entirely true. Delineation between races is a concept that does exist. Though I only saw them in the Fathoms, there were those terrifying things called the cuckoo spawns. However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. Hold on, wait a second. I was reading on Twitter people complaining about the line, but that she is saying that there is some distinction. Huh? Okay, whatever. However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. The people of Terra have slightly varying appearance depending on their race, like my Countess ears. And I've got pointed ears because I'm an Aegir, though it's not a characteristic every Aegir shares. The closest idea to what they are discussing appears to be, Don Quixote seems to be struggling to finish her sentence. Marcel stepped in to continue. By context clues in the manner of word usage. Oh. Wait, so they literally give the example. What were people complaining about? They literally talk about this in depth. What? What the heck are people complaining about on Twitter? Bro, people just complain about anything they want, and they literally have an in-depth discussion about this. I'm so confused. Anyway. Anyway, by context clues and the manner of word usage, including the means of classification, the closest example in our world would be blood fiends. Similar external appearances to humans, different natures, comparable sapiens. 'Tis of my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that maketh coexistence with humans difficult. It may be that the Aegir are also... I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that make coexistence with others difficult, but they're probably rare. Then wherefore are they made subjects of suspicion and hatred? Well, the language is new, but the idea itself is pretty familiar to city folks like us. Think of feathers of fallen wings, kids born in the back streets, people who replace their body parts with prosthetics. They literally have an in-depth discussion about the differences here. I don't understand what everyone, but not everyone, but like I just saw some people quibbling about this conversation on Twitter a few times as I was just going about. Like I didn't have the full details, so I couldn't really make a judgment. But like they go in an in-depth like discussion about stuff that even I've acknowledged. Like, come on, what? The form differs, yet in essence we find it. Like, they make it pretty darn clear, yeah, discrimination exists in the city, it's just different than in the Arknights world. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in the ways of our lives, despite finding ourselves in a distant world with different rules, races, and humans, felt oddly discomforting. Ahem, the point is, you guys are doing us a real solid by fixing the ship. Let's move on from these gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of this ship. This way! The ship tour may have to wait. The repairs are almost completed, but an issue has arisen. Issue? Wow, that's not reassuring at all. Multiple life forms identified ahead have soon to be a sea terror horde. The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel is surrounded. They're the same monsters from yesterday. Executive Manager, please order us to prepare for battle. Damn it, are they the sea terrors you encountered? Look a bit different, but yeah, probably. There's a lot of them, but if our last experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. Amaya, please support us in battle like you did yesterday. Canst thou fight, young Mayers? I feel like I'm just gonna get in your way. Then, guys, find a place to keep Mayers as far as possible from the battle. Then, let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further. Yep, that would be terrible. The ship got broken. Uh-oh.
최선을 다해보지.
Alright, kick their butts, everyone.
실제한다는 사람 누구야?
I have faith in you. I have faith in you.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
Kick their asses. I like how cute the seaboard look in this style.
평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
I don't really know anything about them. I don't know if they normally look like this, but like they're pretty cool, but like they also look really like cute and squishy.
괜찮아. 예전 안 아플 거야. 아무튼
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
이후에
특별히 첨언할 이유도
Yeah, beat him up, beat him up. Yeah, I'm just quietly cheering my sinners on in chat right
이렇게
now.
해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
새겨드리죠.
Yeah!
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을!
괜찮아구만.
남길 말은 없겠지.
그 삶의 마침표를
아까처럼만 공로처럼 이번 전투 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
많이 보이는 게로군!
Yeah!
개체에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다.
타겟 끝내주겠어.
샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만 이 전투가 성공적으로 끝나면 모두의 희생을 기리며 축배를 드는 것도
But yeah, like, I've been having a lot of fun with this collab so far. It's been very pleasant. Very fun time. It feels like another Intervalo. I don't know what people were so dreading about. Like, I knew they'd cook. I knew it in my heart of hearts.
먼저 빠진다.
최고의 선택이었어. 관리자. 과격검.
망설이면 나갈 수 없어.
놈은 꽤 멋있는 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 해. 아무것도 아닙니다.
I missed the completion noise, the usual completion noise. It's kind of tripping me up a little bit.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
How many of this do I have now? Oh, not. Oh, I don't even have you remotely enough. Okay, cool. More. Wait, is this just a battle stage or is it a battle end? It looks like a battle end dialogue stage. Yeah, battle and dialogue stage. Yep.
어머, 부탁드려요.
이만하면 순항이죠.
Oh, you look
바람
really
딱 좋네.
cool. What the heck? Ooh. Oh, you look pretty. Oh, but I don't want. Yeah, I don't want you to hit
타겟
that one.
고점
Don't hit that guy.
1시 방향. 낙인을 새겨드리죠.
연장 솜씨가 현란하죠. 선물 만들고 도구 연습만 하는 것이요.
삶의 마침표를. 이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
시야 확보.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로
훌륭한.
이게는 입에 발린 말 따위
이외에
쉽게 하지
특별히
않아요.
첨언할 이유도 없군. 흐드러지게.
본인에게는 그 친구만큼의
과격검.
말솜씨는 없지만 그대들의 수심을 최대한 위로해보겠네.
이제야
Oh, hello there. Welcome, the depressed calculator. Oh my goodness.
아 이런. 아무튼 놀라운 한방이네요.
과격검.
한 점만 노린다.
Howdy, welcome.
본인이 방금 뭐할 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
남겨.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
그 삶의 마침표를.
적확한
쏠 수 있죠?
하나였어.
시야 확보. 쏜다.
타오르시게.
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시고
Oh wait, this one looks
다리에게
really
해줄
cool. What the
이야기가
hell?
또 늘었군요.
Oh, is this bad? At 30 second comes stagger. Okay, don't let these rack up too high, basically. Don't let those rack up too high. Okay. So basically, win your clashes or you're gonna get fucked up. Oh, treated me quite fine. They actually look quite adorable right now. I'm actually enjoying their presence. They look very squishy and sea creaturey.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고
소환이.
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
저들의 약점이 뻔히
Look, I understand they'll probably kill me or add me to their horde or however the hell Seaborn work. I don't know Arknights lore. But yeah.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
최고의 선택이었어.
이 싸움을 끝내주겠어. 여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아.
So basically this is a game of don't let the things rack up too high.
제가 묻었네요. 효과적이네요.
Also, I'm noticing that these guys don't really like turn into a pile of gore when they die. They just kind of, yeah, they just puff into smoke. Don't forget the American. Yeah, yeah. Like I guess there's just some nerves impairment I'll end up getting, but it's like I guess it's like a balancing game of making sure you don't get too much unnecessarily. I guess. So it's like, yeah, like avoid the ones that like if you activate the skill, then it just like kicks your butt. Okay, so the remaining entities have all returned to sea. Is everyone okay? It was just like our last skirmish. Sea terrors ahead surrounded the ships to return to sea even before the battle came to an end. And the retreat felt too orderly and deliberate to be just running away. It's almost like they're making a tactical retreat. We're doing peachy, but what about the ship? Fao, is the ship okay? Minor damage to the hull, but nothing that will impede the ship's operational capabilities, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they don't want... Yeah, basically. I'm wondering if it's also testing a mechanic that will end up being in Canto 9. I'm very curious, or maybe even a later Canto. It seems like a cool mechanic. They want to make sure you don't just, like, obliterate them. Yeah, because they seem to be... sorry, they seem to be trying to figure out ways to, like, make it harder to get through the fight without, like, just brainlessly get through the fight without, having some consequences to just being brainless. And also without making it a chore to fight them. But nothing will impede the ship's operational capacities and capabilities, but... Phew! So I noticed during the battle, I might be wrong, of course, but... I think I noticed how, at the end of the battle, those monsters were starting to go after the manager? You're probably right, actually. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. I noticed, too. At some point during our battle, those monsters realized that it's the manager who's commanding the rest of us. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I sensed the very same. Their movements were fluid and adaptive, as though they were learning our behavior. Research from Arknights, maybe it'll be still be in future games. Yeah, I'm not sure. I had never played Arknights. I couldn't say one way or another, but it would be really cool if something similar popped up later. That would be really cool. Why does the Church of the Deep worship monsters like them? That ain't much of a question, isn't it? It must have all gone mental. I'm sure they have many reasons, but Seaborn are beings of infinite potential, so much that there's no superlative big enough to properly convey the scale. As organisms, they can endlessly evolve and adapt. Every time they encounter a new environment or a new element, they transform themselves into other Seaborns. Maybe that's their draw. That fascination may be an attitude most befitting of a researcher, yet the transformation of fascination into idolatry is, if I may be frank, not entirely positive. I find them pretty uncomfortable. They just remind me of whales. That's actually a pretty apt comparison, from what I'm understanding so far. That seems pretty apt. Then they can adapt to learn a language to communicate with us. What? Going by everything we heard, I think they sound really smart. Claire's eyes went round at... Don't tell her stuff like that! I think she's interested in them, and I'm concerned about that idea. Claire's eyes went round at Hong Lao's suggestion. She brought her hands up to her mouth, surprised. It sure was something. I heard that there was a Seaborn who could talk. If non-humans speaking the language of humans, regardless of its testament to their intelligence, I can only think of two reasons as to why they would. One, to communicate with humans. The other, to deceive humans. Either or. More often than not, it's the latter. Yeah. What about distortion? Some of them already know how to speak. Well, they were people to begin with. No glazing for the embassy to the Eldridge. The Eldridge over here. Distortions are phenomena in which humans transform into monstrous forms, first observed after the White Nights and Dark Days incident. Therefore, that example is irrelevant to Otis's supposition. Well, yeah, because they're people. They're like, all distortions so far have been from a human turning into that. So, their ability to speak is kind of a given, because they were people to begin with. White nights and dark days, he whispered quietly, but as we were standing rather close to her, we all caught onto the hint of joy in her voice. Pillar of light in the city, did it really? How have you come across this knowledge, Miss Mayers? Oh, that's... Ain't it obvious? We got a culprit right here. The storyteller lass has been gabbing on with no end. Yeah, she's been talking non-stop all morning about all kinds of stories, hasn't she? She probably gabbed about it at some point. That wouldn't be shocking. Oh, yet I have not gotten that You again? Didn't you get so lost in your own stories that you blabbed all about our company's secrets, have you? Nay! I would simply not! As Don Quixote was subject to yet another round of scolding, Amaya stared out to the sea, where that sea terrors might be crawling to the surface once again, before turning to us. I wonder which of the two the Seaborn are. Their sense of self is really, really faint, so I don't think they'd be in either category. I think it might be possible that they learned human language out of instinct, that the power of speech might help them survive. It appears that you, Miss Mayers, are quite the expert on the subject of Seaborns. Your knowledge of them goes beyond what fear for one's survival may yield, therefore suggesting a different means of acquisition. Do you by chance worship the Seaborns? I don't worship Seaborns. Seaborns don't have any hopes or wishes. I just desire for survival. Miss Mayers, does that mean if Seaborns were somehow able to hope? Maybe so. Is that so? The repairs are complete. As we were conversing, Faust descended from the ship with a neatly organized set of tools borrowed from the village. Repairs completed. I'm guessing repairs are done? Yes, the ship is ready to set sail. Did you have a departure time and date in mind? I would prefer if we could depart as soon as possible. We don't have a set time or anything, but I think we should be able to set sail this late afternoon at the earliest. That soon? As you've seen, we don't have a lot to bring with us. By the way, how far out to sea do you guys need to go? We need to find this dimensional door of sorts. I see the dimensional door's light from the beach at night. It was faint, but given how the light's strong enough to break through the sea fog, we should be able to determine its location somewhere around the coastal waters. So, we can go back tonight. First order of business is to relay this news to the villagers. Yeah, back to the village for now. Okay. Fun. Cool CGs, nice music. Good characterization so far. I'm having fun.
의뢰비랑 보호수당에서 사용한 탄환값을 빼면
Okay, so it's like 14.
오늘은
stages.
제사비로
Okay.
손해를 메울 필요가 없네요.
Reread any of the Sinner books? I have read. Let me think. I've read Mersal's and Ryoshu's, but I have Ishmael's, Sinclair's, Dante's, and Otis's. Otis's I technically read it when I was still in grade school, technically, because we had a literature class with the Odyssey as part of the reading. So I have like vague memory of that, but I have the book right now, so I'm gonna reread that. I also have the first book of Hong Lao's that I also need to read. So like I have some of the books, I just need to actually read them. Oh yeah, I've also read Gregor's too. I've read Gregor's. Like a long time ago, but I read his. And I also read some of Heathcliff's. I didn't have time and I needed to return it. Yeah, it was just in my curriculum a few times. There's something going on in the village. Yeah, I heard too. I'm hearing people shouting and hollering. When we returned to the village, ship pairs were completed. We were welcomed by a rather hostile standoff. A quick count told me there were approximately 20 people assembled at the village square. Considering its population, that was pretty much the whole village. Ooh, who's that over there? Inquisitor. Think we've been found. Oh, whoa. Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, I've seen art of you before. The Inquisitor, dressed in a well-kept uniform, was about the same height as Don Quixote. The sword and the lamp hanging from her waist sits in stark contrast with the more run-down, ramshackle village. She almost looked like a fixer from the city. Yeah, she does kind of look like... She does kind of have the fixer fit. So the Inquisition has discovered our village. Did you really think that you could forever stay out of the Inquisition's gaze, citizen? That's a naive dream. Fabius disappears from the Inquisition mid-interrogation under charges of suspicion of membership within the Church of the Deep. Fabius. Last known location, Salt Flat. The other Inquisitors have informed me that you have been identified next to pirates and its fringes. From a criminal to an outlaw, what a dramatic evolution of your career. But it ends here, now. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to the Inquisition. They have never broken a single law, nor are they outlaws of any kind. They are not like me. They've been disregarded. They've disregarded the Inquisition. I can't speak. I'm so sorry. They've disregarded the Inquisition's authority, evaded the gaze of Iberia, and found this sodden coastal Lurkin. Tell me I'm not supposed to find that suspicious. What are you talking about? You can't just start arresting people left and right with a tenuous suspicion like that. You shouldn't. We only wish to live a quiet life, ma'am. Is that so? Then you might find yourself returning to this village one day, as long as you're telling the truth. Don't forget to drink water. Yeah, I have water right next to me. it's really dusty in my in this new apartment I'm in. So I'm like kind of inhaling dust. I couldn't bring my air purifier with me immediately. Because there just wasn't any space. Which is not an obvious... Which is not an option for you, Fabius. Mares, was Chief really a pirate? Well, yeah, but as far as I know, he's been out of the game for a while. And even when he ran with the pirates, all he ever did was share fin-beast jerky to villages. Or carry Agerians between them. And if you're telling the truth, Mares, I doubt the Inquisition will be lenient. Well, what now? I have but one question to ask. That Inquisitor, is she following the proper legal procedures? I don't know about the laws of Iberia, but Dr. Calcite told us that the words of Inquisitors were pretty much the law here. That sounds really ripe for abuse! It's likely that she's following the proper legal procedures. The procedures are precisely what the villagers have fled from, after all. And as decided, Otis quietly dragged me to the side and whispered outside Mare's earshot. As soon as she were right next to me, seemed to have picked it up, though. Executive Manager, we best immediately return to the ship, take command of it, and sail out on our own. It is unwise to involve ourselves in this conflict. What? Are you seriously suggesting that we just let them arrest the villagers? Didn't you hear what the Inquisitor said? It seemed quite cut and dry to me. If this is just standard procedure with no local laws broken, then we are in no place to involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship before they impound that, too. She's not wrong, but she's being an asshole about it. She isn't incorrect. She's just being very, very mean. We can't do that. Even if it's just standard procedure, even if they're working within the law, it's not... You stayed up to hear Mir's story, too, didn't you? You know, the Encorp Inquisitors were working within the law, too, when they came for the village. That was standard procedure, too. Good point, Sinclair. Good point, my boy. Good point! If anyone had stepped in then. I know what you went through, but I'd still rather not take a risk in an unfamiliar environment like this. I will try my best to figure out how to sail that ship. If I cannot, then I have faith in Ishmael to quickly learn its controls. I can't say you're wrong, but I don't know either. Neither you nor I know anything about the ocean currents here, Otis. We can get the ship going, but I can't guarantee it'll reach the dimensional door without any trouble. Do you know anything about the sea currents in this region? Not much, but I know the coastal sea somewhat. And you can't fight the Inquisitors directly here in Iberia. Fleeing with the ship might be a better option. What should we do, Dante? Yeah, I guess it's kind of awkward for us to just take the ship and go, huh? How about we try to talk to the Inquisitor, then? I think we should try to hear them out first, them being the Inquisitor and the Chief both. If the discussion goes well, we might be able to get the Inquisitor's support. Like Mr. Hung Lao said, we should hear them out first, then convince them. And try to convince them, but I agree with them both. First, let's see what the Inquisitor has to say. Rabbits right, she says? Are you certain that translation was accurate, Sinclair? Right? There's no way Ryoshi would choose anything other than fat. Rude! Not true! Not true! Not our personality! Nope, 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 nope. Why don't we just throw We're not throwing Heathcliff into the water! We don't have to do that! We're not doing that! No! Idiots. It's because the other options are pointless. Inquisitor's seen us, we're already under suspicion. She will doubtless try to stop us if we flee now. So stalk first, lower regard, then attack. Pretty sure that's not what Amaya meant. The sea demands sacrifice. We're not throwing Heathcliff into the ocean! Well, if she's already onto us, then we shouldn't give her any excuse to attack us by running away. I was wondering what you were doing there, lurking in the background. The clock-shaped head, are you from the Colombian Union? Don't know what that is! We're wearing a clock for a head due to reasons, but they have nothing to do with the Colombian Union. What's the Colombian Union? Me too, Dante! Me freaking too! Tick-tock, what? Which language are they speaking? Regardless of whether you're from Colombia or not, you're clearly not from your area, let alone this village. You're not wrong, but there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. I'm quite certain you don't know enough about these villagers to stand between them and an Inquisitor. How long have you been staying here? 2 days? Buddy, don't just tell her that. 2 days? Alright, enough of this chicanery. Get out of my way, outsider. The attempt appears to have made... Sorry, the attempt... Oh my gosh, it's really dusty in here. I'm so sorry. The attempts appear to have been made on quite the unstable ground. Please lend us your ear for a moment, Inquisitor. I'm Amaya, leader of Rhodes Island. Yes, I am aware of Iberia's close border situation. I felt hope swelling within me as Amaya began with confidence, unlike Sinclair, alas, it was short-lived. Thanks to the Inquisitor's quick retort, I couldn't help but place my palm against my forehead at the exchange that followed. Oh, so not only are we dealing with outsiders of dubious origin, we have a legal entry as well. We had to because the issue demands urgency and... I've been briefed. Recently crossed the border, didn't you? I don't know how urgent the issue could be, but I doubt it's anything more significant than the situation at hand for Iberia and its Inquisition. The High Inquisitor is handling the Rhodes Island issue. Stay put and await the consequences while he and that chatty mid-doctor of yours talk it out. Do know that your treatment may depend on her negotiation skills. As for the village chief, I understand that you have the right to arrest him, as he is a fugitive who has fled in the middle of an interrogation and has been sailing with the pirates. However, it is an inhumane treatment to arrest the rest of the villagers as well. Inhumane? This decision is well within the rights bestowed upon the Inquisition. They've lived for years right next to that highly suspicious Aegir. The Inquisition must investigate the rest of them as well to verify whether they have committed any acts of treason against their laws. That is really strict. Gosh, Lord. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Listen, they've been surviving for years upon years by the coast without the protection of the Inquisition, and that simply cannot make any sense. Oi, I think I've heard enough from you. Ain't it funny how you're blaming them for what's essentially a failure of your responsibilities? Now you roll up in here, only to go, they shouldn't be alive, I'm arresting them all. What are you? What, are you saying these people should all be dead or something? I am. There's no way to cut it. People simply shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this, not for this long. The Inquisitor's reply only seemed to fan Heathcliff's wrath as he lifted his bat and began striding forward. Heathcliff! 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 No, 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 no! You don't have the camera at it! No, 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 no! Stop, 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 stop! You don't have to do that! You don't have to do that! That's it. Lass, if you ever so much as touch a tip of a single village's hair, please calm yourself, Heathcliff. But hung Lass up between them. Get your bloody hands off me! I've had enough of her! Continuing to threaten her will cause something irrevocably bad to happen. I believe you know that yourself, Heathcliff. What do you suggest, then? Clearly not making any progress by trying to talk this out. Excuse me, Miss Inquisitor, but what do you mean that people shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this? I mean it literally. Even by some miracle that they actually do survive, they should at least be suffering from endless hunger, struggling to their wits' end at the inevitability of the calamity. They seem pretty fucking hungry to me, man. I don't know what you're talking about. They're like practically skin and bones. Goodness. But they look too healthy. The heck? Then shouldn't you be applauding them for managing to survive through so much hardship? I'm an Inquisitor. I'm not some crazy person on a power high who goes around accosting and arresting civilians of Iberia straight to the gallows, okay? I have more than enough probable cause to take them in for interrogation. It's just that I don't have the time or the energy to explain every single one of them to you outsiders. I promise them a fair judgment, whichever way that may be, after a proper investigation. So stop it with this obstruction of justice. The Inquisitor brandished her rapier threateningly, her voice shaking with frustration. Dante, without the full picture of the circumstances, Faust advises against further antagonization of a local political authority. I agree with Faust. I get the feeling that she isn't the kind of heartless Inquisitor that goes around indiscriminately executing innocents like Miss Maris told us about earlier. I don't think she's saying anything like the Inquisitors of Encorp saw back at Cowell. Alright, we didn't have the full picture of the circumstances. Getting in the way of an Inquisitor who is clearly a rather significant political entity in the area was most likely a bad idea. It isn't the Inquisitor's job to answer your questions. Continue to obstruct me, then. A standoff was showing no signs of ending. Miss Maris? I can answer your questions, so for now, let's do as the Inquisitor says. Maris, who has been hiding behind us ever since we returned to the village, suddenly stepped forward. Yet, what of thy grandfather and the villagers? It's alright, I'm sure this is happening only because the Inquisitor doesn't know. What do you mean you'll answer the questions? About the profound silence. Maris' response to Otis was but a single concept. I didn't quite grasp its significance, but it seemed to surprise the Inquisitor. That's what they call the calamity that destroyed Iberia. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick eating food break. Just get a quick nibble in, and I'll pick back up in a few minutes. So just give me a moment. Do I have the text thing just in case anyone else joins? Okay, yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. There we go. Okay, yeah. All right. Be right back. Should not be long. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get rolling. Jeez, even more enemies? Well, new enemies, that is. Yeah, I just heated up some leftovers I had. Yeah, let's fucking. I just wanna.
책임은
준비되었습니다.
자, 해골바가
준비되었습니다.
화점은
준비는
There we
항상
go.
되어 있습니다.
벌써 화끈하네.
Just I'm still adapting to this new apartment. Want to start cooking starting tomorrow. Decades ago, a great wave ravaged through Iberia. It wasn't long before the seaborns carried by the waves diminished Iberia's brilliant civilization to this. The waves, the profound silence, then must have reduced the village to its current state as well. Wait, I just have my phone. Where's my phone? 1 second. Sorry. I just had my phone. Where did I put it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Got it. I got it. Coming back. Here I am. Back with my phone. I don't know why I left it in the bathroom. Is there any reason it's called the Profound Silence? It doesn't seem to be the most appropriate moniker for a calamity like that. It's because the sea went dead silent before the waves came. The silence then claimed ships out at sea, and the cities of Iberia, then the Iberians. No one could say a word in the face of the ineffable calamity. That sounds horrifying! Oh my god! Just what are you? No average Iberian citizen should be privy to any of the information you're sharing. And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing on the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. They pretend to be the Aegir of the sea, deluded from the citizenry, delude the citizenry of Iberia, and are sowing chaos in her lands. So that's why they're arresting the Aegir left and right. I can see the thought process, but so it's understandable why the Inquisitor would want to arrest us. Dante, this isn't good. Sharing that seems to have been some kind of taboo-like thing for the Inquisition. The Inquisitor wordlessly stared at Mares. Her eyes were filled with traces of anger and confusion, but she was afraid. There was fear in the face of a threat. Not the fear of the terrified, no. The fear of someone who's suddenly confronted with something they must destroy. Uh-oh. Oh. The High Inquisitor once told me that, should I come across an Aegir who knows too much, there's a sliver of a chance that they may be of assistance to Iberia. Cease! Thou art threatening the innocent with thy brandishing of the firearm, but most are seduced by the allure of the sea. Thus they are... Oh, are we fighting you? Oh shit, are we fighting you? Thus they are, with little doubt, our foes. I've got a bad feeling about this. Get out of my way, outsider. Final warning. Run! Let's scram! Quick on the uptake, as always. Rhodia slung bears over her shoulder and ran past the villagers. While the satyrs scattered in all directions to distract the Inquisitor. Scatter like rats! Scatter like rats! The Inquisitor draws her firearm, and in the midst of all that action, Don Quixote rushes toward the Inquisitor. Yo, Don! You beat her ass! Kick her butt! Don Quixote rushes toward the Inquisitor without a moment's hesitation. Don Quixote! Thou shalt go no further. I, a fixer of justice, shan't stand by as thou persecute them. Forsooth, 'tis a battle delayed, not avoided. This clash is inevitable. That moment of crisis, seconds before this could irrevocably make us a new enemy. Monster. Oh, hi! Kibti woman. A large obsidian crystallization in the form of a monster burst forth between the two of them. Gah! Who is it this time? That's enough meaningless bickering. Oh, you're Calcite. Dr. Calcite! Do you know her? Yes, she's Dr. Calcite, Rhodes Island Medical Department's Ah, Dr. Kassit, behind you! Jesus Christ. Grr. Shoot first, talk later, is it? The negotiations are over. From this moment onward, Rhodes Island is now operating within legal capacity on Iberian territory under the Inquisition's authorization. Oh, yo, okay. Yo ho ho, okay, let's go! Yippee! The Inquisitor fired a blast of that firearm-looking weapon. But the... but the monster summoned by Kassit managed to deflect it. And the cannonball thrown from the weapon punched clean through the wall of the building we stayed the night in. Oh, that's too bad. Before punching through several other buildings behind it. Holy shit! Oh my god! Dude, the sinners are about to shit their pants. That was enough to... Yep, they're shitting their pants. That was enough to instantly freeze the sinners and the villagers on the spot. That penetrated a building. Otis, it's okay. It's okay. There's no head here. There's no head here, Otis. It's okay. It's chill. Though their walls may be weaker than the head standard for it cuts as a building's exterior wall to punch through so many is. What a precise point it makes. Now's not the time to stand around and breast. It is a violation of a taboo to have that much penetrative force in a firearm. We're not in the city. Don't lose your heads over this. Taboos don't apply here. Okay, you're not shitting your pants. Everyone else is, though. Except Ryoshi. Ryoshi was just having fun. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that is like watching someone break a law right in front of you, even though it's not really a law in the place you're in. Like, yeah, your heart would kind of skip a beat if you saw that shit happen right in front of you. My head knows that to be true, yet my heart finds it difficult to be still. That's enough of that discussion for now. It's advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand instead of deliberating on a taboo about a taboo. Sorry, fuck! I cannot speak. It is advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand instead of deliberating on a taboo, the jurisdiction of which does not reach as far. Yeah, so the situation's gotten slightly better, right? She's Amaya's friend, she's our ally. Besides, she's got some super powerful looking prosthetic gear looking thing too. Is that what you think? I apologize for the disappointment, but I am not on anyone's side. In other words, your particular denomination of ally may not be entirely correct. However, if I must define my allegiance, then let me inform you that I am the closest label. That the closest label would be that I am Inquisitor Irene's ally. Wah. Dr. Kassit, Amaya what? Amaya, outsiders, as much as you would like to deny it, the Inquisitor's suspicions are true. It can be said that the process by which he'd reached that conclusion was unfair. The conclusion itself is without a doubt correct. So they're actually connected to the Church of the Deep? That is one way to put it. To be more precise, they aren't connected to the Church of the Deep. They are the Church of the... What? What? I don't know what the Church of the Deep is, but okay then. They are the Church of the Deep. Perhaps the village itself is a dilapidated church of their congregation. A village? A church? Just look at our buildings. Where would you even congregate? Your thoughts, Faust? There are not many resources by which we may analyze the decision. However, the fact that Amaya's... Excuse me, sorry. Amaya's colleague has made the same argument as the Inquisitor brings. The accused's defense brings the accused defense into question. Ugh, I am not reading properly. I am very sorry. I am still trying to recover from driving 4 hours on my own for the first time. Yet, I can hardly believe that young Maris is lying to us. Hold on, you've been chatting plenty with that Inquisitor or whatever. How do we know you weren't aligned with him the whole time? I see, you really are all entirely in the dark. An expected outcome, given that all of you may be from a place far beyond the dimensional door. As fortune should have it, there is no need for you to know it anyway. Truth is truth and changing, without the acceptance of an errant group of outsiders. Besides, soon... Sorry, it seems we've mired you in this trouble. Say no such thing. We shall not abide by as one such injustice is perpetuated before our eyes. The village has already been identified by the Inquisition, and the Inquisition has even brought an ally. It seems quite unlikely that war shall resolve this conflict. But we promise you, we take responsibility for what is done. I didn't mean to click. We have benefited far too much from your warmth and kindness not to do so. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I might be catching something. I should take some vitamins just to make sure. Oh yeah, I should probably get some. What was good to take during COVID? I think zinc was good to take if you had a cold. Yeah, I should probably get some zinc tomorrow. The village chief with the benevolent look pulls a dagger from his cloth. Uh-oh. And I immediately knew what Kalsut was about to say. Take responsibility, you don't have to do what? Blimey! You're now departing for the sea, yet as we cannot bring ourselves to leave you here, I must ask you to join us for this journey. Become our bloodkin. What are you doing? Stop! Yep, they just fucking... I'm actually not very clear on what they did to Sinclair. Did they slice his throat? Did they just stab him? Question mark. Okay, so the villagers were in on it. Mayor's was not. Understood. What are you doing? Stop! You anticipated, or perhaps I was simply in denial of this rising dread. Ambush did not end there. Oh, shit. Damn it, the Inquisitor was right. Ah, balls. Villagers suddenly began shanking the sinners with weapons they had concealed in their clothes. It seemed they were coming for me as well. Ah! Amaya, on your left! Amaya materialized a black ribbon-like apparition, parrying away the dagger flying in my direction. But another villager rushed in, taking advantage of the opening. Kirk! The charging... Ooh. Oh, ew, what? The charging villager's back made a visceral, crunchy noise. Ew! What the hell? Someone flung them away. Didn't mean to be this late. Scotty, let me catch you up to speed. I know the situation. This fishy smell was what I went to investigate earlier. What about the sinners? Unlike Amaya and I, who managed to survive the initial ambush, the sinners weren't doing so well. Sorry. At least we had a silver lining in that the Inquisitor and Kalsut's quick understanding of the situation and the subsequent retaliation led the villagers away from the sinners. How? I didn't notice any hostility or aggression. What an odd thing to say. Why would we hold any animosity against you? How would we intend to kill you? We are not trying to hurt you. We're simply trying to give you Oh no! Did they give them sea herpes or some shit? Oh no! A form better suited for the sea. Is this like sea herpes or some shit? Uh-oh. Until we were obstructed. I apologize for unfamiliarity that caused you trouble, Inquisitor. I won't make a big stink about what happened. What's truly unforgivable is that the heretics try to take advantage of the ignorance of outsiders to flee the Inquisition. And even if you are outsiders, any lives lost on Iberian soil are my responsibility. It's my fault. I'm sorry I came to this. Wait, lives lost? We're still alive, you know. We can shave off a stab wound. Like, they gave them sea herpes. Uh-oh. This is most unfortunate, outsider. Huh? What? Your friends are either going to die or turn into Seaborns. The daggers that stabbed them were laced with the flesh. Yep, they gave them sea herpes. Okay. Once that happens, most die, and the friars become overwritten by their cells, becoming nothing more than another sea monster. What? That's not a very big deal. Everyone's acting like... yeah, because we can just fix it. That's right. Everyone's acting like this was it for the sinners, but hey, I should be able to deal with this by turning the clock. It's not that bad. My only concern is that I didn't know what would happen if I tried to bring them back after they're fully transformed into Seaborns. The golden bow helped deal with the whale's pelletification effects, but I had no idea how it would interact with the Seaborns' transformations. We should just kill them before they turn. I know this is very hard for you, but for- What? Sorry. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry to bother you with this, but can you kill my friends? And preferably in the least painful way you know. Oh, sorry, what's the last... Dante, I know you've been doing this for over a year, buddy, but that's a crazy thing to ask of complete strangers. Oh, sorry, was the last part kind of too much to ask? Wait, don't give up already. If we bring them back to Rhode Island, we should be able to do something to help them. How should I explain this? Guys, can you... Ante, I know what you mean, but I just can't right now. My strength is rapidly deteriorating since the ambush. Kind of tingly too, so maybe they use some kind of paralytic cocktail. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up way to put it, Song Wow. Just trust me. Minor inconvenience. It is in fact a minor inconvenience for them specifically. To just trust me this one time. I can assure you that I'm not just giving up on them. But Maya, can you understand the outsider speech? Yes, it's just that they're making a pretty difficult request. They want me to kill all their friends before they transform into Seaborns. Okay. No. No, you didn't, Scotty. Sorry. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm not gonna click this and they already all got killed. Surely you got confirmation first and then you moved on to do it, and you didn't just do it as soon as you heard the sentence finish. Oh my god. Is she just like this? Is this how she is? He's like, hey, can you kill all my friends? Yeah, got it. Already done. Bing, bang, boom. Before we even knew it, Scotty had already decapitated the sinners, none of whom resisted. I might seem to have been taken aback by how fast Scotty jumped into action. Didn't hesitate, just kill, killed. But what are you doing? Scotty! Don't let this spook you. This is just how we roll. This is just our station, baby. The clock turns. The decapitated heads creep toward the headless torsos, connecting with the threads of blood. The sensation is that of reversal. It feels as though the sinners and I are severed from the rest of the world, rewinding in isolation. Is this rewinding us going back in time, or are we defying the concept itself? This pain is multifold worse than the sensation of a straightforward head decapitation. The pain is in the heart. As the current of death reverses, I sense deep, crushing isolation. Your wounds are disappearing. Resurrection, metempsychosis, or time reversal? Puzzling. I have no knowledge with which to interpret this technology. The cost seems to be that the pain is transferred to one who rewinds. That seems too small a price for such great power, though the discussion whether this can be categorized as power should be explored later. I couldn't stop shaking. All my limbs were trembling from the icy solitude. Still, I took a moment to collect myself and ordered the sinners. Yo! It's that CG! Bro, Dom looks awesome. Otis is like hanging in there. Heathcliff is getting back up. Mersal's already adjusting his tie. He seems pissed off. And why are you doing that pose, ma'am? Why are you doing this? Sorry. Ma'am. Why are you doing this lay-hang ass pose right now? I don't know just what they were thinking, but we should be able to find out once we take them down. You dare to see the executive manager and try to take their life? Prepare thyself, for thou shalt thou pay the price for making a mockery of justice. Yeah, we can't just let this slide, you know? How unfortunate. I had high hopes that all of you would become fine bloodkins. Oh, we're fighting those guys. Really? Okay, well, I guess the Inquisitor lady was right. Fucked up that she ended up being right, but you know. Oh, we're just beating up villagers. Okay. Oh, this is a focusing camera. Okay, I guess I have to pay attention. Let me pay a little bit more attention to that. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, I'll just... Okay, what do you have? It can't be that hard. Okay, so basically don't get hit by them. Okay. Oh, you have... nervous impairment shit. Okay, gotcha. Oh, hey, Annie. Did something happen?
단번에 끝낸다.
Mild confusion.
아까처럼만.
Oh, about what?
그럼 이번 전투 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I really hope I'm not getting sick. That would really suck.
방금 전투는 좀 인상 깊었어요. 어떤 고래도 거뜬히 잡을 것 같은 투지였는데요.
좋아, 순탄하구만.
낙인을 새겨드리죠.
원더풀한 선택이었어, 나리! 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
사격 개시.
Yeah, take your time with your travel team, dude. Okay. Yes. Hold on. Oh. Don't lose your clashes. Don't lose your clashes, guys. Bad things happen if you lose your clashes. Ow. Ow. Balls. Shit.
적에게 치명성을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
Oh, gross. What the fuck? Bro's got tentacles. Ugh. Ready, don't lose your clock. Oh, that's not good. Oh, balls. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna... Hold on. Hang on. Mission failed. Mission failed. Yeah, Bruv looks like a freaky little
의뢰는
squid.
여기서 중단. 모두 퇴각하세요. 품에 있는 그건 뭔가요? 총은 다시 사면 된다니까요. 도망칠 때 걸리적거리니까.
제압을
I
준비합니다.
don't know what would be good for it. What am I saying? I think I'm gonna play a bit more because I'm starting to notice I'm getting a bit of a difficulty communicating. Also, I got homework to finish, so maybe I'll try to get past this stage and maybe one more, and I'll continue the rest of the story tomorrow.
재료가 잔뜩 있음. 어디움? 어디 있음?
저쪽에 있음. 도구
Yeah,
챙겼으면
like around the same
다행이라요.
time, I guess. Okay, I think that was the problem. Because, like, yeah, like, I'm, like, noticing it's getting increasingly difficult for me to speak properly. I think I might have caught something. Yeah, you sound like you're sleepy. You can just watch the VOD if you want to know what's going on. See you, dude. Yeah, these are all neutral. Maybe you can go for an unopposed hit. Oh, actually no, don't combat start on that. Yeah, man. Take care of yourself. You're not weak to a lot of what my group has right now. Okay, Good night. Okay, maybe this ain't the loadout for this actually. Hold on. Wait. Because I'm realizing.
뭐 매번 싸워서 이길 수는 없는 거니까 든든하게 먹고 또 열심히 수련하면 다시 해볼 수 있을 거야.
You know what, I gotta do a quick roll. Hold on, I have enough.
야밤의 달.
Why not? Yeah, of course not. Oh, at least I'm gonna get a stupid amount of fragments. Shards, I mean, not, why did I call them fragments? Shards.
야밤의 달빛과 함께 사라지는 것.
What then shards? Okay. So, wait. Okay. So I saw they were weak to sloth and gloom. So... This is not an ideal team. I haven't really heard anyone talk about this fight, so I don't know what would be a better... I don't want to switch to normal. Or just for a fight, gosh darn it. Oh yeah, I guess you work.
준비되었습니다.
Okay, I guess keep you on. I know you're Gloom. I know you were Gloom, but let me spice up your level a bit. Oh god, I forgot how many fucking tickets I have. Shit. I just have not really been using my tickets. Which is probably a good thing for what I'm going through right now. I guess you work. I'll just leave. Yeah, I'll leave the butt buddy tenant, but I will level you up though. Boop, 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 boop. What done? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I heard you were pretty good, just in this event period. Pulled anything? Yeah. I pulled Gregor's ego, and I got Hung Lao. I pitied Hung Lao, but that's it. Yeah, like, I mean, like, I wanted Hung Lao's really bad, so, like, I got what I wanted at the very least. Yeah, I'll leave you on there, that's fine. You're a pretty good idea. I'll level you up, why not? You just got one of these, the one I wanted to. Oh, which one did you get? Wowza. My luck was pretty bad, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, I had to pity Hung Lao's. Oh, cool, you too. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You do have him as a profile picture. Well, I'm just happy that Ishmael's is free, so I don't have to pull her. God bless. Also, while I'm at it, I have thread to strengthen this. Okay, so I don't think order really matters.
책임은 모두
재촉지 마시.
의로움을 세우기 위해서라면.
지위를 받는 거
다들 연장 챙기죠.
복지팀의 협조가 필요한 거지.
auxiliary.
출발인가?
의뢰로군.
의뢰.
연료는 잔뜩 준비해뒀지.
순수했던 나날로.
Okay, let's do this shit. Let's do this right this time.
이만하면 순항이죠. 바람도 딱 좋네.
Okay. Okay. Alright, kick their butts.
피워보지.
Go, do it. Fast! You noodle! You gaboodle! And you got hit with paralyze, of course you did.
이제야
이러면
실력을 좀
쏠 수
내시네요.
있죠?
시야 확보.
평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Ah, jeez.
개체에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다. 샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만 이 전투가 성공적으로 끝나면 모두의 희생을 기리며 축배를 드는 것도 나쁘지 않겠죠.
that should be okay. You should roll well. Oh, that's neutral. A power guard, I guess. Yeah, have someone hit that coin. Oh, balls. Okay. Please actually hit your coins this time fast. I'm begging you. Please. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Okay, hold on. Control. Favored. Can you hit? No, this person's gonna. Shit. Retargeting. Retargeting. Real shoot. Guess it's better than nothing. Okay. Why the fuck are people revving their damn cars outside my window? It's 7 p.m. You freaking weirdos. Okay. Ow! Whoa! My game just lagged like crazy. Okay. Sure. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good.
대가를 딱 떼도
Yeah, get it. Good job. There you go. There you go, Palio.
자!
Oh my god. Faust! Why are you having such trouble winning your clashes, you goober?
피어나라.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
You're enough plus points to hit. You're beating them up. Oh, that's one coin. That's scary. I want to see it's an actual kill shot, though. Okay, we have 3 seconds. Neutral. No, kill this one. Great. Neutral. Shit. Plus shit. Shit. Can you break this scary abilities coins, please? Shit. Hopeless? Really? Favored. I'm probably gonna have to take some hits. Yeah, the music does go hard. Also welcome. It's really good music. They did a good job. Okay, could I maybe shuffle hitter? Where's your space? I need to have fucking 8 star, don't you? Yep. Please hit one of those attacks. Wait, who's... Oh, okay, wait. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna do anything. No, that is not. Okay. Just pray it works out, I guess. Okay. Start, hope it works.
보지.
Because, like, Faust, holy shit, I need you to get some good hits in.
이런.
I beg you.
아무튼 놀라운 한 방이네요.
좋아. 탄하구만.
Yeah, Time Ripper's theme is really, really cool. I really like Time Ripper's theme.
내가 알아서 해.
Okay, break the coins, break the coins. Good, good, good. Fantastic.
꿰뚫려라.
Oh, wait. Why didn't it break? Oh, no, it broke. Okay, cool. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, Hong Lao. No. Okay, well, that's the least scary thing to get hit by. Oh, dang it. Dude, the sinking is, like, decimating my fucking team right now.
일격을
Ugh.
가하는데 성공했습니다. 샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만 이 전투가 성공적으로 끝나면 모두의 희생을 기리며
Yeah,
축배를
fuck it,
드는
just
것도
fluid sac.
나쁘지 않겠죠.
Really need the fluid sac. Really need the SP right now. Okay, our best flashers, please hit these guys in the face. You're slow as fuck, oh my god. You're slow as fuck, oh my god. Do your cute gay move, Hong Lao. Just go. So anyway, I started blasting all over.
오자 터뜨려주지.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
Okay, dead, dead, dead. Dead. Working on you.
그 삶에
Fill him with bullets, buddy. Hell yeah.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로
거기가
지원한다.
약점인 것 같아.
따뜻한. 아차!
개체에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다. 샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만 이 전투가 성공적으로 끝나면 모두의 희생을
damn.
기리며
Okay.
축배를 드는
Scary
것도
coin, scary
나쁘지
coin.
않겠죠.
Scary coin move, scary coin move. Okay. It's okay, just beat the Clash. Just beat him with the Clash. That's all you gotta do. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're good.
피워보지.
Yeah, whatever. Eh. Please don't Clash. Thank you. Thank you. Make me freaking worried. Win the Clash, win the Clash, win the Clash, win the Clash, damn it! Oh no. Okay, well that's the least worst thing to get hit by. Okay. Sure, man.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐와도 포기한 이건 못하겠습니다. 너무 유치하잖아요.
Okay, yeah, shoot him in the face, and then leave. Yeah. Doing pretty well. We're okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Go! Put him in the blender, Faust. Hell yeah. Okay, that looked pretty cool.
현명한 판단이요.
한 점만 노린다.
Alright, shoot him in the face and leave. There we go.
좋아.
Oh, baby.
방금은 전략의 승리야. 계속
That's
밀어붙이자.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Damn it.
더 뭐가 내
Oh, you're
죄는
done now.
적확한 하나 비었어.
Well, I think the encounter is about to be over, so.
부숴주마.
유효타 좋아. 계속.
Gonna beat him up? You wanna finish him off, you saying? Wanna finish him off, you
다시
saying?
못
There you
살게
go, buddy.
없으니
저
것이오.
빠진다.
Holy shit, that just flew to the stratosphere. Oh my god. Oh wait, I think they're heading to... He's running himself into a dead end. Are they seeking refuge at sea? Wait, that's where the ship is. That's where they're heading. They're trying to board the vessel Massas. Wait, but we never told them that the ship was repaired, so how... Isn't it often? Ain't it obvious? The old village isn't on it. Ain't a surprise that they'd send someone to spy on us. But they'd know one way to get the ship floating even in its broken state. Vessel Massas? Vessel Rebellion de las Massas. That ship is moored at a port in that direction. Wait, it can't be. Uh-oh, it's gone. Okay. That sucks. Oh no. Irene, who was preoccupied with battling the rest of the followers of the Church of the Deep, who were in hiding, quickly gave chase. But Fabius and the villagers were already aboard the repaired ship, slowly departing the harbor with a horde of sea terrors between us and them. How could a vessel of that size become operational at this fast? The exterior of the name, it must have been constructed during the golden age of Iberia. But how are we supposed to chase that? What if we built a raft and rowed after them? Hey, come on. The sea's full of sea terrors. It won't get very far before it sinks. Do you see something, Amaya? You keep looking in that direction. Oh. The vessel of Massas soon disappeared into the mist, and the village was left empty with near a sight of people ever having been there, as though the getaway had all been premeditated. Oh. Mirrors was left behind. Wait, but what about... Dude, you got left behind. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay.
그 정도 화력으로
Okay,
우리 사무소를
cool.
막을
So-
수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들
So,
무기까지 줘서
yeah,
철수하자고.
alright, halfway through the collab, yeah, it's like 14 steps. Okay, so I'm gonna stream again tomorrow about the same time. I got homework and stuff to do. Also, I am not feeling well. My speaking voice is getting really tired and hurty feeling, so it's getting increasingly difficult to speak. So, stop by tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, if you can make it. If you can't make it for 5 p.m. Eastern specifically, it's okay. I'll be streaming for a few hours. I'll just keep it rolling as long as I can. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, as usual. I appreciate it always. Bye-bye. Have a good night.